Okay, and before I get started, this is a half bale that I bought last year for $4 at Tractor Supply, and I used this thing all last year and this year, and that's how much hay I got left. So if you're looking for smoker fuel, I told you last year that I'd let you know how this half bale was going. I've hardly put a dent in this thing. But anyway, that's just a quick update on that. Hi, it's Chris with Wannabe Honey Farms, and I've been dying to get back into these hives, but if you've been in Western Washington, I know I'm talking to people across the country, but in Western Washington, this has been a horrific spring. The temperatures have been like 10 to 15 degrees below normal, which means that they've been hovering right around 50, which is right at the cusp of the bees wanting to get out and fly. We've had way more rain than normal, so it's just been a struggle to get out here. But anyway, I just want to recap what I did last week real quick. Over here in Squirrel, I took this, I found a swarm cell down on the bottom, and so what I did was I took off the top. Alright, I went down into the bottom box, I'm sorry, a couple things going on here. And I took out a frame of brood, and I put that in my weaker hive over here trying to strengthen it. And then I took out, I think it was 3 or 4 more frames of brood from the bottom brood box, and I put them in a deep, and I put that up on top with the bees on them, and I destroyed all the swarm cells. Now the idea behind this was first thing I did was I found the queen, set her aside, then I put those up there, and that was in order to simulate a swarm. So that she's down now in the bottom box all by herself except for the foragers, which would be what would happen during a swarm. And all the brood and the nurse bees went up to the top of the box, and I've got a honey super and a queen excluder between that box and the bottom brood box. Now that was last Tuesday, today's Monday, and so if they think that this is a separate hive up here, they may have built supersedure cells, and so I've got to go in there and destroy those before they hatch, or anything else they may have been doing up in the top box that's queen related. And depending on what's going down in the bottom box, there have been a couple days where they've been able to get out and fly. I got to check and see how that population is doing down there and look and see if they're still looking to swarm. And I don't know, since that box has been on top of the honey super I put on, maybe they've been filling out that honey super. Okay, on this one down here, it hasn't been showing the amount of activity that I would like, but nonetheless, I just want to show you what I've done, because when you're doing stuff in the bee yard, it's best to be prepared. So over here, I've got a honey super that I can put on Bud if Bud needs it, and I've also got a medium brood box that I want to add to this one if that population has gotten too big. Now last week I tried something where I didn't put any smoke on the bees until after I had opened them up, and that gives me a chance to look at the top of the frames and just see how many frames are actually covered with bees. I found that if you smoke them through the entrance and up above before you open anything, they all go down, and you really can't tell until you dig in there and start pulling frames. So that's just kind of a little a hack, a fix that I'm sure has been around forever and ever, but I'm a new beekeeper, so I'm just discovering this crap, some of it on my own. This trick over here as far as simulating a swarm, I found that's someone else's idea, not my own. I'm not that smart. But anyway, we're going to see what's going on. All right, I'm going to get my smoker lit, and we'll get in there and see what's up. Okay, it's my hope that I don't have to spend very much time in this box at all. I just want to do a real quick wellness check. And just kind of see how many bees I've got going in. See if that frame that I put in there last week helped. It did. Okay, I've got marginally more bees than I had before. Last time I had 3 frames covered. Now I've got 5 frames covered. So this hive is slowly, and dear God, I do mean slowly, building up numbers. I'm going to go in and look at this frame real quickly. Okay, building it out, and then we got go into food frames, but the frame next to it, on that side, they're just building it out. This is not ready by any stretch for another box yet, but she has been over here working, putting some brood in, and like I say, this is a fifth box over. I'm thinking about supplementing it with yet another brood frame. I just want to see what they got down here as far as food goes. Okay, yeah. That's all food, that's all food. So they got 4 frames of food. They got 5 frames they're working on here. Okay. Now I'm going to put that smoker to work. Just to get them down so I can move frames. But I think I'm going to come back. I'm going to check in that one, see how it's doing, and if it's just screaming with population, I may steal another brood frame and put it on here. But see, I smoked them down. Now, if I were to just come and look at this, I'd see, 2 frames, and I'd have no idea what's going on in there. So I'm not going to put the top cover on just yet. I'm going to go over here and see what's happening. Let's see what we got up here. Okay, they've glued this down, and man, oh man, oh man. I see bees pouring out of this top. That is a great sign. I got bees all over this top box. That just makes me want to do the happy dance. They've been up here tending to this brood. What I need to do is go in here and make sure that there's no queen cells going on, and that's all they are, is tending to brood. Come on, girls. Okay. Okay, they're getting kind of irritated with me. Smoke myself down. And then we'll smoke these bees down. I just want you guys to know, initially, just looking at this, I'm really happy, but there's still all kinds of things that could go wrong here. Okay, yep. There's a supersedure cell right there. I think I have fully succeeded in fooling these bees into thinking that they swarmed. Okay, they've been cleaning up that frame. Looks good. And we're just going to keep moving on here. And make damn sure there's no queen cells. I see baby bees. I see brood that's hatched. New drones. This is fantastic what I'm seeing. Okay, I just... Okay, this still has just a ton of brood on it. It's not populating downstairs. Queen cell, queen cell, queen cell, queen cell. Not having it. Queen cell there. Yeah, they are wondering why there's no queen up in this upper deck. But they are so busy tending to this brood. I just could not be happier how well this worked. Okay, as my old mentor Hannibal would say, I love it when a plan comes together. Okay, I don't know. This is drawn out really nice. Oh, there it is. I was afraid of this. These frames are a piece of crap. Uh-oh. Got a problem. I got brood up here. Okay, I gotta start looking for my queen. And now you're hiding from me. There you are. You got your butt tucked down. I found you. Okay. Cool. I found my queen. I know where she is. Ooh, huge relief. Okay. So I know she's down here in the bottom. I will put a different queen excluder in, and we will button all this up. I'm not going to move anything to the other hive right now. I've been in here way too long. Okay. New queen excluder on. I know where she is. She's been all over the place. But that just came to a stop. Okay. Okay, so to recap, what started off as a huge win turned into a fiasco. Squirrel over here is doing just fine. That extra frame I gave her last week, helping. They've improved like 2 frames, so that's slowly growing. But just turned into a nightmare. I bought these frames by accident. They're just floppy wax frames, and I thought I could make them work. They're not working. They're just folding over in there. They're a piece of crap. I'm probably just not using them right, but they weren't what I wanted. So I'm going to have to replace some of those. The queen excluder I put on there, total bust. She got up into the 2 boxes that she wasn't, and she's been laying up there. And so I tried to find her. It took forever, and I went through each box probably 3 times, but I finally found her, and I put a different queen excluder on. So now I know she is trapped in the bottom, and she's got all the room in the world in the bottom box to lay. That thing is virtually empty, and there's the remaining brood up on top that I put in there, and she's been laying a bunch of brood in the honey super. So I've got brood all over except in the bottom box where it's supposed to be. But I'm just going to let time run its course on that. The brood in the top boxes, they will hatch, they will fly away. You know, worst case scenario, 21 days from today, that'll be brood free. And we can go back to doing this the way it's supposed to be. But I expect nothing from my honey box for a good while. And I'm going to order frames or those foundations and replace them. Anyway, I don't know what to call it today, a win or a loss. I think I'm just going to call it a tie game. And I call it good. But new beekeeping, it just doesn't get any better than this. Sometimes when you're only managing 2 hives, everything that can go wrong will. But anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.